subscribers. That's awesome.
Hey, it looks like we're live, so I think we're live. Hey, everybody, it's Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group and
Extreme vending with extreme vending or David
David with Xtreme
with
Vending.
extreme vending. I
How
know.
are you, man?
Good. How about yourself, my
I'm
friend?
I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. It was a long
Yeah.
night last night, and we were messaging this morning, and we thought it'd be kind of fun to go live and talk about last night. And I am checking everything just to make sure because I usually Matt's the one that does this, so I'm not too familiar with this yet. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I'm doing it right, but I'm not sure. I can't get my stuff to all open up here. But hopefully we're live. Can you see it on YouTube?
Let me take a search and make sure
Okay.
that you are live. Usually, it takes a moment for it to give me a notification and such. So it'd be funny if we go in for like a half an hour not knowing we're not live. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll start getting comments too. Yeah, we got a comment. Comments. Well, no, we didn't. That was a sample comment. So
Oh,
dumb.
where are our comments? I'm trying to find them here. Oh, here
For
it is.
me, oh yeah, yeah. Ryan says this will be hard to watch during work.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we are live then.
Yeah, we
Well,
are
good.
live. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
So we were talking this morning, and so I don't know if those of you in the Discord, I posted this morning that we set up a new location last night, and this is something we've been working on for, gosh, it's been like almost probably 3 or 4 months, and the location is in Northern California. It's right next to an airport, which is super cool,
Inland
and
water.
yeah, like right next door to it is like in the same parking lot is an Oxford Suites, and then there's like 6 hotels all the way around it, and there's a Applebee's there, like a Logan's, like all the restaurants are all in that little like area. And so this because I couldn't figure out, I knew I recognized kind of the layout of the building when I was there last night, and I was like, this looks really familiar, no, but they have it painted all like really cool, like it's black and checkered, black and white
It,
checkered
it's
floors.
it's got that 50 theme. I
Yeah, it's got
love
the
it.
50s theme with like
Hey,
that
720 and skinny tuck.
light teal and the
Yeah.
black and the white, and I'm like, I knew the layout because it's got those weird half wall dividers. So finally I figured it out about, I don't know, maybe an hour in or something. I looked over and I remembered a long time ago. Have you ever been to a Marie Callender's? Like, do you remember
You
those?
know, I don't know that I is that like I've never been to a Maria's Calendars. I've heard the name though. It's
Oh well,
so
they were big here. I mean, I don't know how if they're across the United States or not, but um, they were big here. They were all over the place. So we had like 3 around us, and there were some up north. And well, the reason I recognize this is because right when you walked in the door, they always had the pies like in a display. So they have like all, because they were known for their pies. That was their thing, Marie Callender's
yeah.
pies. And so then
Oh
I
good.
saw the pies, and I'm like, that's what this place is. So it used to be a Marie Callender's. So those of you who know what a Marie Callender's is and how big they are, they're like big. So it's a really big place, but it's kind of neat. Like they have like on all the walls, it's all the 50s cars and everything. And we've been working on this for months, and I've been working with Grant from AZ Amusements because we were trying to figure out what to put in there because the old vendor, I guess he never came. Like he would never come. His machines didn't work, and he had a pinball machine, a not shuffleboard, air hockey machine, and he had like 5 arcade games that didn't work, and then he
That
had
sucks.
something else. I can't remember what it was. So if you saw the picture in the Discord, like there's this
Can
big, basically, what was
Would
that?
you be okay with me showing the before? Because I looked up their pictures before. Would you be
Oh, you
okay with
did?
me showing like a before and after in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Discord?
If you have them,
And
um,
720 vending says that you got a lot of real estate in that location, and
yeah, and so we so I've been working with Grant, and we are trying to figure out what to put in there because there's so much space. And he said, in my warehouse, because he's, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Grant is a full time vendor. Like that's his.
yeah,
I mean, like he has his own 3 or 4 routes, and they're in like 3 or 4 states. I mean, like he's big. He's a big vendor, and then he got into doing the machines kind of on the side, and then now it's turned into this like craziness for him, which is awesome. But he goes, in my warehouse, I've got some machines that are actually like, he goes, we redid them. So he goes, I've got like a bunch of big choice machines and some other things. And he said, would you be interested in those because they're big, and they'll fill up
Yeah,
the
big
space.
space.
And I'm like, well, what kind of like what kind of condition? Because I've seen old machines and they're like usually trashed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They're not really in
the
good shape.
right. Like I had that toy house, and I was happy with the condition, but still, you could see the wear and tear on it. So
Yeah, and so he goes, no, he goes, these are like, he goes, I got these at auction, they're really good shape, and he said, these are what you want,
mhm.
these are nice, and I'm like, okay, so it's a toy soldier and a big choice, I've only been doing this a little over 2 years, and
Yeah,
I hadn't been doing it long, and I'm like, I don't even know what these look like. Can you send me pictures? So he sent me. I knew the toy soldier because I know that one, but I never knew what a big choice was. And what's cool about the big choice is it's black and gold, so it fits, the theme of the restaurant. So last week, we got those delivered and some galaxies and sweet treat and all those, and so yeah, we put them in last night. So we left. It's about an hour and a half from our house, so it's a ways away, which is our
yeah,
furthest location. But it was so many machines and such a big location, like for us, like I couldn't pass it up because
yeah. You couldn't.
and in between there, we passed two grocery outlets. Um,
So possible making a route going all the way over
yeah, so
there. Oh
Amelia,
my
like along
god!
the way, Amelia's like, "Oh, look at there! There's so and so." There's so. I'm like, then we gotta stop on our way, when we go to collect, and so she's all excited because
Oh yeah,
she figures that we can make a route out of it. So that's kind of the plan. Is you actually go through 3 counties to get to this place, and so there's a bunch of the stuff that we already have. And when we were there, they also run that. The reason we got the location was because they run the Logans that we
yeah.
have. And when we got there, the manager said, "Hey, did the guy that runs these, kind of the general manager or whatever, he goes, did he call you?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, you guys have that other Logan's location here, 2 doors down." He goes, "It's yours." And he goes, "You guys can put a machine in there whenever you want." And I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah."
That's so
So,
cool.
yeah, so that was even cool. So it was like, it was like icing on the cake. We're like, man, so we got a location because we kind of thought it might come, but we weren't sure. And so it was just a great night. But 4.5 hours it took us. So those of you who have not set up machines before, like the galaxies and the sweet treats, like they're pretty easy. Like
Yes,
minis are the easiest by
they're
far.
so easy.
They're just clip off some zip ties, put a quarter in it, turn it on, and it's and fill it up, and it's almost
The,
pretty. You
the
do a little pull.
programming is so
Yeah.
easy. It's all digital. Oh yeah, so easy.
So the Galaxy in the Sweet Tree, like there's a marquee that goes on the top, so you got to take that out and put that on, and it takes like 6 screws, and you screw it in the top and then connect it, and so that doesn't take very long. But what really takes a long time, which sounds really stupid, but it has two coin mechs on the front, which is
Yeah,
awesome because if one fails, you got a
yeah,
backup, which is really
I love
cool.
that.
Yeah, really awesome. But they're so close together that you can't, you have to lift up the thing and try to and so
Oh yes.
it
Oh,
took
that makes a nightmare. I
it took Sam
understand.
like 45 minutes. He goes, "I'm about ready to chuck this thing." He goes, I'm getting so angry, and
Yeah.
um, And so I'll move on to middle. Said I sound tired. Yeah, I'm really tired because we didn't finish till 11:30 last night, and then it's an hour and a half drive home. So,
So you didn't get home till like one ish.
well, by the time we got home, and then I got everything unloaded and parked the trailer and all that kind of stuff, I was like 1:30, 1:45. I
Oh
think
my
by the time
god.
I
And you
sent them
also
in to go.
worked, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yesterday you worked too.
yeah, and
The
then
day.
Amelia got up at she gets up at 7 every morning or 6:30 depending on what she needs to do, and so she was up and gone by the time I got out of my room and got ready to go. So she's a trooper, man. I don't know how she did it, but
Your
Um,
kids are amazing though. Like, and I'm
oh,
so happy they went with you to help you out because that's a big job, and especially with those machines being as big as they are. So
well, we learned a lot last night. Like I've never
yeah,
dealt with older machines. Like you, it's not like programming new machines. Everything's
right.
on dip switches, so you're doing all your programming with the flip of a switch, which is totally different for me. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, that
So a lot of time on the phone with Grant, like he had the manuals and he was telling me like what to switch and what not to switch, and we we didn't have any super big plush, so we only had like maybe I don't know 12 to 15 inch plush or something. So um, we set everything for $1, and then just to see how it does, and I couldn't believe, I mean, the claw on that toy soldier is like that big, man. It's huge. I've never seen anything like that before.
Well,
Like I was
I'm looking at the picture right now on the Discord, and that toy soldier. You kept telling me how you were so concerned and stuff about moving that machine. But I didn't realize how huge that machine was until I saw the picture because that fills up half of that space right there against that wall.
Yeah, it's big, and then they all came on pallets. Like Grant, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know where he learned to package stuff, but I mean, it was like really, I mean, it was strapped down, with like those like whatever those plastic strap things. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, so we were really smart. We basically we borrowed a pallet jack from the school, and
Oh, that's cool.
so we brought him there on pallets and then left him on the pallets and just loaded him in the trailer on pallets. It was probably the smartest thing we ever did because we just wheeled the pallets right inside and
Yeah.
then just unstrapped them, and it was it was crazy. But like
Yeah.
Grant also sent us some plush and some other stuff he had left over from some other things,
Oh,
and
that's
he's
awesome.
what was really cool is he goes, hey, I don't know if you so if you guys don't know, but we learned, which we didn't know, but great filler for those
The
types
Claw
of
Madness.
machines. Who's that?
Oh, I was just saying hi to Claw Madness. Yeah, the
Oh yeah,
surprise.
hi, Madness.
We're celebrating Howard's new location, and we're talking about it because it's so cool. That
Excuse me.
diner, it's going to be a great location. I can't wait to see a collection on that location.
Well, we're not. I mean, they want a racer, which you're gonna have to help me with because I know nothing about racers, and they want a
Racers
gold.
are actually I'm okay with racers because they actually do make good money. The only thing is there's a lot of moving parts, and it's a little bit scary getting one because they're so expensive. So I recommend maybe going to that auction and getting one used because I've done really well myself. But
Hmm.
still, man, racers can be. You want to get if you have room for it, you want to get two of them at least so they can go side by side. That really increases your income.
Yeah,
So yeah, just
yeah.
scary.
Well, it was funny, and somebody commented. He said that Amelia seemed very happy. Yeah, by the time we were done, I mean, we were there for 4.5 hours. So,
Yeah.
I mean, by the time we were done, she was just like, I mean, she slept the whole way home, but like she was just like, "Let's go, let's go. I'm done. Let's go." And we had a blast up till the end when It's like you start to remember everything that you forget. Like we forgot to put the quarters in the deep, in the coin max, and it's just like, oh god, we gotta do that still, and oh, we gotta do this still. Like, I mean, it's a lot of setup,
Especially with
for
four machines because I totally get that because when I have my minis and minis are so much easier like you said I set it up. I usually spend probably a good hour at each location to make sure I test everything, get everything going and prepped, and making sure it's the first time. And I always feel like you want to make the best first impression. And so I want to be out of the way when it's not busy. I want to place the machine when it's not busy. And I want to make sure that the machine's running perfectly. So I always spend like 45 minutes to an hour just with a mini. So yeah, with four machines and two of them being older, not knowing what it's like to set up, yeah, I can see why it's 4.5 hours.
well, I think that also like I didn't even know these machines, and like so basically like what they did to ship it is like everything was out of it and they're
Yeah.
inside of it. So like it's like, I mean everything from like the little wooden drawer where the coins go in, like I mean it's all sitting inside, and so there's basically like when you looked at
Oh,
it, it's like a bunch of holes, that where everything
you had
goes.
to assemble
And
it.
yeah,
You
so
had to
you're trying to
assemble
find
the
out
joystick
like
on.
And then I don't know how, like, I've never used cam locks before, like, I mean, I've used them, like the little ones on the, but these were different where they have a little hook, and those were all disconnected, so we had to put all those together and put
Yeah.
them on, and I mean, it was just like there was a lot to it, and then programming them, and then we installed, well, Sam did, he installed two Nayax machines while we were there.
Oh, so
So
he ended up doing that Nayax installation for
yeah,
you.
so he installed
I
the
was
big.
going to ask you about that because I know you couldn't get to the machine. You were working on in the trailer trying to get it installed, but they were in the way. The machines were the way they were laying. You couldn't get to
Yeah,
install.
because we took them basically off the big truck onto the
Yeah,
cement on the front yard and then loaded them directly into the trailer. And I wasn't thinking, oh, now I got to put Nayax readers on these machines. So we had already crammed all the machines back into the trailer. So I got one of them started. So he finished the big choice Nayax, and then he did a complete install on the toy soldier. I was really proud of him because, like, I mean, he basically did it all. I mean, from putting the template on there and drilling the holes to, like,
yeah.
you know, to wiring everything, and he even soldered everything,
He
and
drilled the holes on location. Like he
yeah,
had all that make me so
yeah.
nervous. All this pressure.
It was like, and that was the other thing that we had never dealt with before, like, because we don't have never had big machines, but he sent us a couple boxes of 5-inch balls, the little
Oh yeah,
knobby balls, and then
yeah,
some like superhero balls or whatever, and said, "Oh, go to." Which, if you guys don't have one of these, it's the best thing that I ever bought. He said, "Go to Harbor Freight and get one of those like cigarette adapter,
yeah.
like air compressors." But they had a special at Harbor Freight when I went there, where it basically was a battery powered one. So, like, they have what's the name of their brand? It's the red stuff. I can't remember
Is
the
it
name of it.
not Ryobi?
Braun or Brone, or I don't know, something, whatever their brand is, but they have a rechargeable battery pack 20-volt um, air compressor, and it was $24 for the air compressor, and then you gotta buy the battery and the charger. But
Yeah.
we brought that right inside, and they aired it up the balls like right there. It was awesome. Like, it just like they air up a ball, they just threw them inside, and I was like, that's the best purchase ever because they don't have to sit out in the car and blow up all the balls. And so they threw like 30 balls in there, and then it was just, I don't know, we had a lot of fun. We learned a lot last night, and I thought that people might benefit or ask questions about
Yeah.
how the setup went, because it was pretty intensive, and then especially in a new location,
No.
I think, like, you don't know the owner really well, or the manager or whatever, and like, he turned out to be the coolest guy, and he came in like at 10 o'clock because everybody left, and he's like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, I looked at him, I go, "We're gonna be here a little while." He goes, "I don't care." I'll go, I got stuff to do, and I go, "It's gonna be like
Oh.
probably like 11:30 or 12," and he's like, "I don't care." He's like, "Take your
Yeah.
time." And he brought us food, and the kids ate, and
That's nice.
yeah, it was really cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice.
Hey, Austin, I was going to tell you. So when I did my Nix reader, when you filled the form, I'm like 95% sure you don't have to have a business account. You can use a personal account. You just need a bank account that you can link up to. So if you're doing a Nix reader, you're setting up an account, and you can double check with them. But I do remember the option to link up my personal account. But of course, I didn't want to go into my personal funds. I want to keep my business with my business for tax purposes. So you can do it both. Either, I mean, not both. You can do either or. So business is what I recommend, though.
Um, yeah.
What?
So Gopher answered that too. He said you can use your personal account. 720 said that's a lot of Nyax readers. Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
four readers, and then so Moonwater Minerals is doing her laundry.
While she's listening.
That's funny.
She's so supportive. Moonwater, how's the scouting going around? I know you said you possibly got that mall location in. It's not a mall. well, it's kind of like it's in the reserves or the base. I forget the name of it. It's like a
It's called
weird
PX
PX. There it is.
or
Not
BX. Is it
PX.
BX? Base
PX.
Exchange or I think
Oh,
it's
is that
Base
what it means?
Exchange.
Okay, I didn't know the name. I forget names so well. I just wanted to see if she got to follow up on that because I'm
Have
real
you
excited.
ever have you ever been to one of those?
No, I didn't. Are civilians allowed to go there?
No. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I had a friend that lived on the Air
Hey,
Force
what's up,
base
Galaxy?
near us, and if he
Post
wants to
exchange.
join us, he's welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome to join, Galaxy. We didn't want to interrupt. We this was like, oh, I just wanted to talk to Howard. I was going to give him a phone call. I was like, why don't we just go live and talk to the viewers and stuff? So we're like, I was going to do a phone call though.
Um, but yeah, let me send him an invite real quick while we're doing this.
Yeah, if he wants to be a part of it. Of course, we're just kind of. I'm starting to like these live streams a lot more. I mean, I tried doing one yesterday. You were busy doing your stuff, and you really need Wi-Fi. Apparently, I was really laggy and it sucked. But I wanted to show my movie theater. But oh my gosh, I didn't say it in front of that live stream. But I was so frustrated with that collection because my brother he serviced it 2 weeks ago because I was sick. And I knew the Mario
Oh,
movie was coming out. I was like, John, please service the machines and stuff like that. My brother is so lazy. He needs to listen to Jen Ven on how to organize your machines because my sales were down. Like I was thinking $500-600 for the 2 weeks. I go over there and turn out to be just under 300. It was like half the amount. And then when I did the whole collection of the route, it was every single location's down like 40% on my sales that I typically normally get when I service the machines. And he would throw in like well, this is a Pikachu plush, but he would throw in like 3 or 4 of the same toy and just they would be like just thrown in there.
oh,
He's
I hate
so bad at fluff. He doesn't organize it and he doesn't put a variety.
your wife's really good at it. She does a
Oh, my
really
wife is amazing. Whenever I go,
yeah.
I put a lot of pressure on my wife to do it because when she does it, our sales are in crazy high. So I really need to get John to watch Jen
Yeah.
Vin. So I think Galaxy, you got a video of it, right? You need to put that up for me. That's for my sake.
Well, we were kind of guilty of that last night because towards the end, I mean, we were just trying to get the stuff in the machine. So we kind of did just a quick organization, but it didn't look as nice as it probably should have when we left. But we were just trying to get out of there because we were so tired,
Yeah.
and that was
Well,
kind of the
it's
last
also going
step.
to
And
be new machines for that location, and I think it's going to get a lot of people going over there being curious. And then, of course, when you're curious, you're going to play. And
right,
you got all sorts of form of payments you can do. There's no excuse where you couldn't just throw a few bucks in and try to play a machine.
right,
And what's great is what you were telling me about the old vendor who sounded like he's a vendor that didn't care about the location, which to me, okay, understanding that arcades are kind of not the way to make money nowadays. Arcades
yeah.
are very few quarters to ever get played, depending on what kind of machines you have. But claw machines, you're going to make so much more money, and you're going to do so well in that diner. I'm just so excited. And you're not done putting machines in there, right? You got a few more
No,
lined
so
up.
we're gonna be putting in one of the I don't know if anybody's seen the claw cubes that Grant has. So he's got the ones, the ones that were at the show that you play from above.
Yes.
We're gonna put one of those in there, and then hopefully find him a racer, and then the general manager of the company wants a golden tee, but those are kind of expensive. So we gotta look around and see if
You
we can
can
find.
get them if you can find some good ones on that auction site. And I know it's a long ways, but you can have it shipped to you. And maybe you can have them delivered directly to that location, so you don't even have to
That's
um,
true.
do anything. You just meet them over there. They'll contact you and tell you when they're going to deliver. But I gotten two Rush 49 was it 2049 racers, really good shape. I think I paid 600 a piece for them, and they
Really?
run great. Every like the force feedback, the clutch, the brake, and the gas pedal, all the gears work. The couple of the keys and the number pads are not working. That's the only downfall on them, but that's like very minor because you can actually enter in your code by with the
Turning the
steering
wheel,
wheel.
yeah.
Yeah, but everything works. The sound works. The video quality is great. Everything's working strong, and it's been in the movie theater for like 6 months. And I go over there, and it does really well all the time. Like I'm always impressed with how much
Well,
money I
all
make.
they had was they didn't even have they had one claw machine in there. I think if I remember in the picture, I don't even remember if they had one. I think, but they had it was mostly arcade, a pinball, and like the the that air hockey and that stuff. And I that's probably they weren't making probably a lot of money on it. So they probably just didn't
Yeah.
care. But I mean, claw machines is oh, this is actually our first location we're gonna pay commission. So we're actually paying them commission. So
Didn't you make a deal where you didn't have to pay for a little while or something like that, or is that
um,
still?
he hasn't confirmed that yet. That's where I asked him. But the manager last night said he goes, well, no matter what, if you pay commission, we'll do like a 70-30, which is that's fine.
That's standard for me. Like that's
Yeah.
really good.
So I
So
mean, and I said I'm totally fine with that. I have no, and Amelia's like, yeah, that's fine. And so, but he said they were trying to give her like maybe 6 months or a year to not pay anything, just to pay off more of her
the
machines, and then
machine,
maybe
yeah,
switch over to commission. But they haven't confirmed that yet. But he said he thought it was looking good. But he said no matter what, because originally when we talked, it was going to be higher, and I told him, I said, I don't think we can afford that because we got to
you
drive
look
up
at
there.
Galaxy Games comment.
What did he say?
He's like with the surprised, scared look or whatever. HHG paying commission.
I know, right? It had to come one day, right? But I'm
Right.
just happy. I'm happy it's that location because I feel like it's gonna do well, and I feel like it's worth it. Like that one to me, when you have that many machines in there, like at least it'll make some coin. So hopefully it'll be
Yeah.
worth it.
What
So,
excites me, and it's so funny, because this is what I do when I'm going far away and I'm just driving. Is Amelia and you and your son, you guys are looking for locations, and you spotted a couple places to stop already on the way to the route, and that just makes me
yeah,
really,
she was on it. I was impressed because on the way also there's outlets. There's a whole group of like a whole section of outlets, and
yeah,
in that little area is a bunch more restaurants that are like big, restaurants that a
yeah.
couple of them you already have. And I'm like, there's a whole nother section there too. So I'm
Yeah,
like, you're gonna be set. And then a
you
lot
wanted,
of like
yeah.
there was like a couple cafes and some other stuff, and I'm like, those are great locations, and some IHOPs and some other
You're
things.
going to be needing more. Well, I know you got a whole bunch on order. Well, am I
Yeah,
allowed to say that? Am I allowed
yeah,
to
it's
say
fine.
about your? Okay, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be a surprise or something. I'm so bad at secrets. Oh my god,
It's fine.
I'm sorry if I ruined that.
I
Well, I
don't
know you
care.
got a whole bunch of mini cranes coming, golden houses,
Yeah,
and
well,
so
we got the fair coming, so
yeah,
we're all those machines are coming, and so we're getting ready for that too. But let's go to a couple comments that people
yes,
asked.
yeah,
I don't want to get too far. So this person said, "Do you think it's better to get 3 candy machines and land locations for those, or invest in landing a solid location with a mini claw?" I know my opinion is if you can afford a mini claw, get a mini claw because your return on your investment will be
so much
300
bigger.
times faster than candy machine. So that's just me.
Yeah, you're talking about a little bit more expensive wise, but as long as you can find a spot where you can plug it and power it on and you get a location, they're so easy to move around. Actually, I think holding a triple head because that base is so heavy and bulky and
Yeah,
you have to unscrew it, I think it's easier to move a mini crane than a
by
triple head.
far, for sure. Yeah,
And then when you
usually
have,
like today, I don't know if you see behind me. Let's see if I can get out of the way. I'll go this way. Um,
it's always confusing.
yeah, we have a Pokeball machine that's
Hmm.
going into our Boba location, and that's how I have to deliver them. I have to, in the pieces, and I just put it together when I
Yeah.
get there because they're heavy, man. Once you get them all connected with that cast iron stand, it's pretty heavy.
It's funny. We're talking about a little bit about the income on the Discord because there are some dud locations and such. I have this guy, Krabby Claw. His first two locations he got were water and ice locations, and it's been, in the summer it does better because you get thirsty, you want a slushy, you want ice cream. Water and ice has that service, so his sales does go up. But during the off season, the wintertime, he makes like only like maybe $15 a week, so it's like $60 a month. And but truthfully, like that's income right there. $60 a month is actually what a capsule person really would love to get, like one single capsule person
Yeah,
this
like
month.
most candy machines make
Yes,
20 to 40 a month at the most, right?
right.
I mean,
So
ours
on the
do.
worst day, a mini crane is going to outperform a
Yeah.
capsule machine on the worst month. So,
Looks like Candy Machines is giving away a free shirt on Discord right now. So if you're in the
oh, is
Discord,
he?
yeah,
Cool.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
because we were talking. It's funny because Captain Namco posted his picture with his candy machine on Discord, and people were asking how you get the shirt, and I think a lot of people are getting excited about those shirts. So,
So Austin said, "Yeah, Mini is probably better." I don't know.
hey, Steve asked something kind of cool. He was
Okay.
asking about he's right underneath Galaxy Games Go 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 comment. He was asking about what do you what would you guys like to say about your best location you got? Or hey there, what would you guys like would say about your best location? Okay, yeah.
Oh, best locations. We have two that are really good. So we have one is Logan's, and we just ended up putting in. So at Logan's we have a mini claw machine. We have a Galaxy now. We have a sticker Pokemon card sticker machine, a and a Pokeball machine. So we've got four machines at that location, and it does really well for us. So that one's really busy. And then we have a grocery store that is it does really well, and it's our top performer out of all of it. When it was actually our original first ever grocery store, and it's the most busy. So it's the busiest. It's just crazy. I mean, the numbers it pulls, and it just started doing more Nyax stuff. Like it wasn't. It was more just coin and cash, and now the Nyax sales are going up. So that's unusual. So it's kind of cool. What's
I
that?
don't know if you guys can see some of these numbers. Can I get the focus? Or is it too bright?
Tilt it down.
Which way's down? That way?
Yeah. Um,
Oh, well, some of my location, I'll just read you some of the numbers. So I got some ice cream shop. Now, this is only the 2/3 mark. We got one, like 10 days left in the month or 9 days left in the month. If you include today, it's 10 days. $550 ice cream shop. $611 ice cream shop. $1,094 ice cream shop. $300 ice cream shop. My ice cream shops are killing it. Especially since there's still a third of
Jeez.
the month left.
Yeah.
These ice cream shops are killing it. Last 2 month average. So I showed my friend. We did like $14,600, and that was between like was 8 locations, and most of them being ice cream shops. So I'm averaging 7,000 a month with those locations. And
That's
right
crazy.
now, I've been showing a lot of footage of it because I have to constantly collect them because they're just demanding so much time from me, which is a good thing. I mean, I don't mind going over there and servicing so much, but oh my gosh, those collections are so epic. So
So we just did something, and I can't, I don't know. You can't really. It's hard to tell if the same people are really playing your machines or not. But we just recently um, switched almost all of our machines except for one to $1. Like because watching you and what you do, and then we finally got
yeah,
some toys from Eva and some other things, and we finally felt like we were in a position that we could afford to like step it up, and get going to
yeah.
$1. And so like our sales have dipped like the past week. And I don't know if it's because of that or if it's just because it's lower, but I'm sure they're going to come back up. But what do you think about that?
So your customer audience is used to seeing 50 cents. I've had a location where I upped it to $1 because I put better prices in there, and I learned to just I waited for a few months, and then the sales weren't getting the way I wanted. I had this location where it just didn't work out, and I did opt to go back to 50 cents. But then I also just lowered the price quality too.
That's
Sometimes
good.
people
Yeah.
don't want to pay the dollar, but then the other turn event, I've had a location where I upped the prices to better quality toys, and I upped it to $1, and that mini just skyrocketed in sales. your location that you have uh, there, that Logan's, you do have that new larger crane in there. And if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to 50 cents on the mini and
It
get
is.
that.
That's the one we didn't
Okay.
change. So we left
Okay.
that. Yeah, that one's still at 50 cents. That's the only one that we didn't change. We changed all the other ones to $1, just to see how they do.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's dipped a little bit, but like we're in grocery stores and in those kind of places. Now the one at the boba shop is still doing fine. Actually, that one stayed about the same, so it didn't dip, but all the other ones dipped. So I don't know if 50 cents is just where it's going to have to be at for those machines. Like people don't want to give their
If you
kids a
do,
dollar.
I mean, if you always do it at 50 cents, you can always put the nicer prices in there, but make it fewer and farther between, and then just lower the probability. I mean, make it a little bit harder by one or two tries, so you get that little extra money to cover the prizes. Because I love those premium prizes. I think
Me
they
too.
really bring a lot
Yeah.
of people in. So
Yeah. True. Let's see what other comments we have. So, let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other.
you got 21 people watching you, buddy.
That's
This is
cool.
great. That's a lot of viewers.
That's awesome, especially at this time of day. I wouldn't think that people would be available,
I
but
know, no announcement, no set schedule.
David says you need a Facebook page. I have one. You don't
Oh,
have one, right?
I do have a Facebook page, but it's my personal page. And then
Oh,
I lost my login information because I switched my phone number, and I can't get into my old email address, and I can't get. That means I can't get into my Facebook anymore, too.
yeah, no, it we have a Facebook page for the Howard Hospitality Group. We do. So, Jordan asked, he's in France, right? Jordan?
But yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. Very
Do you have
similar.
another job like Matt, or can you live off the profits? No, I have a job. I actually have to go in. I have to leave here in about 15 minutes to go into work for a little while.
I thought you were off
Um,
on Friday.
this I'm supposed to, but we have these meetings. They're called personnel meetings, where like I've got two employees that are due for a raise, and so meeting was supposed to be yesterday, and they moved it to today. So I have
Oh, I
to go
see.
in and go to these meetings, and then I'm
Oh,
home
dang
for the
it.
day. But I got to go because I want my people to get raises. So I want to go
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
make sure
yeah.
they get seen. Um, but I no, we're not at the point.
Oh, Netherlands. He's in the Netherlands.
We're not at the point where we can live off the profits yet. I think that
Yeah.
we did the calculations, and I think that we would have to have about 50 to 60 claw machines. I think then I could probably quit my job and then do this full time. I think that's the magic number from what we figured out would be pretty nice, and then just grow from there because I could spend a lot more time. So I don't know, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. I mean, you got a family too. See, with me, I don't have a family, so that's so much easier. I mean, I got a
Yeah.
dog, and he's pretty demanding. He's trying to get into there, but he doesn't. I don't want to put him on the stream.
Congratulations, Steve! You ordered 4 machines.
Yeah, where'd you order it from? Because if you ever
Um,
order from CandyMachines.com, make sure you use the Howard
yeah, we
Hospitality
have a link. Use the link.
referral link or the affiliate link.
I didn't like this. Oh, I can't like it because I'm not on YouTube.
I
Let's see. Feels different without. Oh, look.
know. We want. This was kind of just like I said, we were about to go on the phone call, and I was like, why don't we just do a live stream? Because I want the community to hear this too. And Howard's like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I wasn't sure if it's going to go.
Let's see. And I know he works too from home, so I didn't know whether or not he'd be available for an hour or however long it was, because I know he's home but he's working. So are the machines really mainly getting played by kids or also by adults? What do you think is the average age getting played to look out for certain locations? So that's why I think that was the main reason we switched to $1, because we
Yeah.
noticed in our boba shop that there was high schoolers going up to play the machine with their Apple Pay and stuff, for the Nyax. And I told Amelia, and I said, we really like the prices in there are like little kids' prices. They're not
Yeah.
really. they weren't like the little cool coin purses or the little Mandalorian Yodas, and they weren't the cool stuff that older kids would want. So that was kind of the first one where we were like, we need to switch. And David's right. You know, we need to up our game, at least in that location. The other ones we may go back to 50 cents, but right now we're gonna try at $1 for maybe a couple months and see how it
Yeah.
goes. So,
I yeah, I do get a lot of adults that play my minis though.
dude,
At least the mega minis, like the old G ones. I do get some teenagers, but not like really adults unless I put like Mario and stuff in there. I get some of these my generation. But the mega minis and the same with the golden houses or the super minis, they seem to attract all ages.
yeah. Well, like I told you, the manager of Logan's, like he's
Yeah.
addicted to claw machines, and so
Well, the
that's why.
golden house. I mean, out of everyone, every machine, the golden house looks the most mature,
Yeah,
and at the same time, it's very attractive to all ages.
yeah.
Kids. So it's
Sorry,
just
you're
great.
sick, Claude Madness. He said he's got a cold.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh boy, I know how you feel. I've been sick 5 times this year so
yeah,
far.
you've been
It's been
hammered
awful.
with
How many
colds,
live streams?
man.
And it keeps happening right before the live streams too. I didn't miss this last week. It was too important, but I almost did. I was like, I swear, if I miss this giveaway announcement live stream, I'm gonna be really sad. So,
So this one we can probably both talk about this. How what would be an idea of pitching and proposing to a new location, and what if there's pushback? How do you go about it? So I've taught Amelia because she does all of her own pitching, her own proposals and stuff to the business owners, and I taught her because when I was I don't know, just out of college, I couldn't really find a job that, for my degree and or the degree I was in, and I went to go work for an actual like we had a huge mattress chain of all things, and they were hiring, and I went and sold mattresses for a while, and I made really good money. Like there's a lot of there's huge margins in mattresses for those of you who don't know, but they sent you through like a whole sales course, and like one whole like there was like introduction and all this stuff, but the biggest section was overcoming objections, and that was the biggest thing that they taught us. And so I think Amelia, it took her a while to learn that part of it, but now she knows. So like you're talking about the idea pitch, she goes in and she says, "Hi, my name is Amelia Howard. I'm 11 years old and I have my own business. I do mini claw machines and candy machines and sticker machines, and we have some locations like yours that really like our machines, and I think one would look really good here. Would you guys be okay about if we brought a machine in?" Or however she says the last part. And they kind of look at her usually and like, "What?" And so then she shows them the flyer. So always bring in a flyer. And so she shows them flyer. She's like, "These are my mini claw machines, and this is what they look like." And she goes, "They just need a plug, but they take no power at all. It's like 10 cents a month, and they fit anywhere, and like I saw this location over there. It's a really good spot." Like she nails it, man. It's pretty awesome. And she's like, that spot over there is perfect because it's right by the
yeah,
door, and this is where people are waiting, and so she does that. And then they say, "Well, I don't really know." And so common objections are, you know um, the cost of the power, which she covers right away, so she doesn't even give them a chance to even give an objection about that. She covers where it goes, and then that it'll fit. She shows them a picture. So the big ones that you need to overcome first, she's already done that. So in her beginning pitch, she's kind of gotten past all the hard part, and then they usually say stuff like, "Oh, I don't know," like who's gonna take care of it, and she's tell them, "I come every week, I clean it, I take care of it, I order my own stuff, I stock it myself." And then I usually tell them, unless she does, I usually say, "We put a little picture of her inside with her
yeah,
phone number, and if
yeah,
there's problems, people call us." And they know it's her machine, and she does this all on her own. And so I kind of help a little bit, but
yeah.
I've learned not to say anything unless
She,
I have to, because
I
like
love that about Amelia. But
yeah,
it is,
she gets really mad. Like she does not like me to interrupt her. Like she has like a mojo going, and she has like this zone she gets into, and then she just basically, so those are your major objections, is those. And then she tells them, then they'll say, "Oh, blah blah blah," and who cleans it, whatever. And then at the end she'll say, "We also have our own insurance." She's like, "My machine's covered. Something happens to it, like you don't have to worry about it. It's our responsibility, So if somebody breaks it or whatever, you're not responsible. And usually that pretty much seals the deal. Like at that point, like there's really no other objections unless you can think of some that I'm not covering. But that's her spiel, and it
Yeah,
works.
it works.
90,
It does.
yeah, and she, with what she says, she answers their questions before they have them or they're able to come up with them. And if they give her any more flack than that, she really feels like she doesn't want to be there anyways.
Yeah,
That's just how she feels. Like if
yeah,
they're gonna still say no after all that, and she's put herself out there, then she's like, okay, no problem. Maybe we'll check
yeah,
back in a little bit. Can I leave you my flyer? And then
yeah,
she'll leave her flyer with their phone number and stuff, and say, call me please if you change your mind. And then we just
yeah,
leave because like
yeah.
there's
That's what
no
you
yeah.
have to do. So,
Do you have any
and
other
my
objections?
approach is well, I agree with that, and like I everything you said is pretty much I do it a little bit differently, but pretty much the same way. Obviously, I don't have a flyer, but I love that technique. I might just adopt that. And I've actually seen your flyer on Facebook Marketplace, so it's funny because I've searched over there for you guys and stuff. And I'm like, oh, there's Howard and Amelia there, the picture of Amelia. Some things I do and in my approach. I mean, I've made a video on this, and I think I'm going to do another video, possibly. And you know this, Howard. My approach is first I like to scout an area, and I
Yeah,
use Google Maps, and I like to look at the outside of the building, and then I go inside and see what the photos look like. Then when I go inside, before I approach the place, I double check the location by going in there, walking in, and I take a look around, and I see the key spots, which you mentioned. That's what Amelia does too, and it's perfect. You look for a plug, you look for a spot for your claw machine, and then you make the approach and you talk to the owner. Now, one thing I would like to point out is you don't want an employee to do the talking for you, because if you talk to the
yeah,
employee and you give them too much information, it's fun to just talk to the employee and show them a picture, but you want to make sure that you're the one that talks to the owner. Because if the owner the employee goes up to the owner and says, "Hey, someone's here at the place a claw machine," that's all they're going to say, and the owner's not going to understand what you're really bringing, the value that you're bringing, because they're going to go as quickly basic description ever.
yeah,
So you don't want the employee to do the talking for you. So you got to avoid that. But yeah,
100%.
everything you said is basically golden to my ears. That's how I do it. And then a couple things I talk about too is I let them know. Sometimes they don't really understand how small these machines are. I tell them I
Yeah.
got 3 of them in my car. I got 3 of them in my car right now. I can bring one out to you. And then
And
that
I
you,
think that's so. What we're gonna do this next time we go up. So we're gonna go and scout, for that route in between because there's a lot between where we're going. It's an hour and a half drive, but there's a lot of stuff in between. So there's, like I said, 3 counties plus a bunch of little towns, and so I think we're gonna take a Galaxy and we're gonna take a Mini, and I think we're
yeah,
gonna take yeah, and I think so, and I think we're gonna and just ask them like which one do you want, because we may end up getting in a Galaxy, so that's what we want. You know what I mean? We want a little bit bigger
yeah.
machine in there and at $1 and making really good money, and it's more attractive and it's
That
more
Galaxy
tight.
game, the Galaxy games, that Mini is amazing. It's just a little bit wider. I mean, 24 inches is just 2 minis put together, and a
Yeah.
lot of times you just want like I have a lot of locations with 2 minis put together. That movie theater location, for example. But yeah, I love that Galaxy. I love the marquee on top too. It looks so good.
Man, when they light up, it's just the guy last night. He was so
Yeah,
excited. He goes when you unloaded the toy soldier and the big choice. He said I was super excited because they're big, and he's like they look. He goes I was really excited about the big choice because it's black and gold and it looks cool and retro. And he's like, but now that I see these other ones, he goes, those are awesome. And I'm like, yeah, aren't they cool? And he goes, yeah, they just because if you look at the pictures, I mean, you can see that Galaxy when you walk in the door. You can see it like way in the back of the restaurant. Like it just glows.
yeah. It looks
So
so
it's,
good in the darker room atmosphere. I'm
well,
just
the sweet
laughing.
treat. I didn't even look at the sweet treat really that much. I looked at the Galaxy a lot because I really like that
I
machine.
like
And
that's my favorites, the
And I know
Galaxy.
we're giving one away, which you guys should probably know all should know about. But
Yeah,
you know, I really wanted to check it out so I could talk about it when when we were talking about the
yeah,
giveaway and stuff because I didn't know when I was getting ours, and I was like, so I really studied that machine. But then now that I saw the sweet treat, it is cool. It is
yeah.
really neat looking too. So I haven't seen it. I saw the duck shop too, and we just I didn't want to do all ducks, and I think you can put pretty much anything you want in it. I don't think you have to
Yeah,
do just
that's
ducks.
the
But
same thought as I had with the duck. Even though you don't have to put all ducks, it's got that when you see a duck machine, you think, oh, it's going to be full of ducks. I
yeah,
already think it's going to be ducks. But did
yeah.
you see Galaxy's comment about me calling it a Galaxy game crane? He's laughing about it. It's true. Every time I talk about I mean, how many times in that live stream did I call it the Galaxy Games crane? I
I
can't
mean,
stop.
he should almost
That
have his own.
crane is
If
made
he's
for
gonna
him.
buy some, he should buy his own line of just those. And I mean, heck, with his logo on that, with the galaxy on the top, I mean, it just
Yeah,
fits. I would, heck yeah, I'd jump on that. And then Sweet Treat King, I mean, like I'd be getting all those, for his business, because I mean, they
yeah,
say his name right on it. It's kind of neat.
yeah.
So, but that
It
Sweet
does.
Treat, yes,
I
he's
know, and
probably
you showed me that picture of that Xtreme one, which is a giant. It even spelt it with the X, but like, well, I wish it wasn't so big.
it was
I'm gonna have
huge,
to
man.
ask. Maybe I should ask Grant to make an Xtreme machine. I don't know.
He
Extreme
probably
Mini.
could. He's working on. He got some for what's his name, Claudaddy. Like when
Yeah,
Claudaddy, started his new store.
yeah.
He got
Oh,
some for him, and I think he
yeah.
just had, his logo put on him or whatever. But
Do you mind if I shout out the giveaway right now?
yeah, heck
Or
yeah, do it.
just real quick, guys, those who are in the stream, who you don't already know about, we're doing a Galaxy Claw Machine giveaway, which is the very machine that we've been talking about quite a bit in the stream. It's so easy to sign up. You just got to join the Discord. If you don't know have the Discord link, I recommend going to one of our videos. We have the link to the Discord there. And you just sign up right there. It takes like 2 minutes to do. You're entered in a drawing for a giveaway to receive this giveaway for this Galaxy Mini Claw Machine. It's 24 inches worth about $2,000. That's what it retails for. And right now, I can tell you because we just launched it, you got a 1 in 87 chance right now of winning. There's only 87 people in the drawing right now, and like
Yeah,
I said, really nice machine. So I wanted to just let you guys know.
I think that I mean, unless in the future, unless people are asking for something small, or there's a location where it can only fit something small. I think we're going to order those from now on because
Yeah,
they
because you got
just
this 2 coin mix. You can put a DBA on there, and you can put the credit card reader. Which what more can you ask for?
no, and I mean just the way it looks, like it's so attractive, and it doesn't look obnoxious. Like a lot of them, there's got so many lights and stuff. I mean that's cool and all, but they're just ugly. Like these, neither of these are ugly. They just look nice. Like and everybody that sees the Galaxy that I've talked to, that's older, loves it, which is cool.
yeah,
So to me, like the business owners would like it, or I think it sells itself, and so.
it's a super cool
I
machine.
mean, you're
I think
talking about what is it, roughly $500 difference between that and
yeah,
the mini. So I
yeah,
mean,
it
why
really is
wouldn't you? You know,
right. And
I mean,
then like in the long run, the downside of a mini, and this is a big downside, but these like the Golden House is really good about this, and the Mega Mini, I think, but someone could shake your mini and loosen up the prize. And I've had people tilt the OG minis to get my toys and steal. But when you get a machine, that's why I like putting two minis, the OG minis together. But when you get a machine like the Galaxy machine, you're not going to get the tilting as much. You're not unless someone's going to be like really like push pressing your machine. You're
yeah,
not going to get that.
and all four wheels. I think it's all four wheels. I gotta remember.
Yeah, yeah, I
Sam,
think so.
Sam locked it for me. He locked them all last night, and I think all four wheels lock. So I mean, you can really, make it stay in place, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna get moved around. And I didn't lock the wheels myself. Sam did, but
Hey, thank you, Don, for posting that link
yeah.
for the giveaway.
So
Um,
we'll answer two more questions, and then I got to go into work for a little while. But
yeah, I
I
was gonna
like doing
say,
this. We should do this more often. Let's see. Does it work? Only filling up the machines with one toy, like 20 Pokemons instead of a mix-up, and does it go well? Um, I think a mix is better. personally. I think that giving people, because then you're going to attract more people that might not like Pokemon or might not like Disney or whatever you're going to put in there that, you know, you want to attract as many people as you can. Another thing you could do is you could do mystery boxes. So let's say you only had a certain prize, whatever, you could do a bunch of mystery boxes like those little Chinese
Yeah.
boxes or something like that and throw those in there. And then it doesn't look like it's all the same thing. You know what I mean? So you could maybe do that and something like that maybe. But I think all the same thing, unless it's ducks or something themed, I think you probably want to do a mix. That's just me. But I think that a mix does better. Says Extreme. Any way to send an email after you enter so we know that we're in the drawing?
Uh, you know what? You just messaged me for now. I'm not sure. We haven't really gotten that far. It's just a
Yeah.
basic Excel sheet is what we're basically putting it all on. So if you message me, DM me, and you want to know, I can in the Discord. I can check and see if you filled it out correctly. And if you didn't fill it out correctly, I'll just delete it and give you or after you re-enter, I'll delete the old one. You know, because I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, we want as much information as we can, but it's like there's a lot of people I see that didn't enter in correctly. But I can tell, like for example, Brawlicon, he didn't put his hashtag 4 numbers at the end of his Discord name. Well,
Yeah.
I know who Brawlicon is. I can easily find you. A lot of people did understand that hashtag part. We did talk about in the live stream, but not everyone was in the live stream to know
Yeah.
that. So we got enough information. We know your YouTube channel. You got that entered in there, and I see your name. So it does help out to have that hashtag in case someone has a similar name.
And just so you guys know, we're not using this information for anything. So we're not going to send you
Oh
guys
yeah,
a bunch of crap or sell your name or anything like that. The only reason we had it is that we had kind of an issue with the last one where we couldn't get a hold of the person. So we
yeah.
want as many ways as we can get to get a hold of you. So if you do win, we can get you. That's basically, that's the only thing that we're looking
Right.
for. So have you ever
And
had
we're
anybody climb into your mini claw machines ever?
I had hands go up in there. Cosmic, not cosmic. Is it Cosmic Vending? No, it was. I forget. Someone has a video of kids reaching their hands up in there. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's Cosmic.
Galaxy said he's had adults break into his machines. Let's see. Kid, oh yeah, I've seen the kid climb in too. Seen that before.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Installing my what's Sweet Tree King say? So I'm at Third Crane Tuesday in the new location doing the Mega Treasure. Oh, that's a cool machine. So that's a
Oh, you
22
got the new
inch.
Mega Treasure, huh?
Yeah, 22-inch machine, which is really cool from
Isn't that
Candy
from Candy
Machine.
Machines, right?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
really
you use,
nice.
the Howard Hospitality affiliate
Please do. But
link?
I gotta go, man. I gotta get to work
Yeah.
for the meeting. I got like 20 minutes to get there and get stuff printed
Okay.
out. So
Well, I love you, Howard, so
thanks,
much.
man.
So great to talk with you. Thanks for having this phone call with me
And
on
Amelia
live.
recorded us unloading the machines off the trailer and stuff last night, so I'm gonna put that in a video. And then we had to get to work, so we really didn't get to do a lot of filming of us doing this setup. But we got kind of us unloading the machines and stuff, so I can get
Yeah.
some video of that up. But we have videos done. It's just Amelia and I need to do the voiceovers, and
Yeah.
we haven't had time. So, but hopefully this weekend.
Yeah, thank you everyone that watched the stream and was a participant. Sorry we didn't answer so many questions, but
Yeah.
we're always so very grateful for the support. You guys
Yeah.
are wonderful. So, and see you guys in the Discord, of course.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you for the support, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.